One of the biggest mistakes that I made in my healing journey was thinking that I had to figure everything out by myself. And I understand completely why we isolate. When you've been hurt by people, solitude can feel incredibly safe and quiet. You finally have space to think. You can hear yourself. You stop managing everyone else's emotions. And some solitude is absolutely necessary in our healing journey. But here's what I have eventually realized. You cannot fully embody what you've learned or healed in isolation. And at some point, you have to take the new version of yourself back into relationship with others. You have to practice the boundary, practice receiving help, practice communicating instead of withdrawing. You have to practice trusting someone without abandoning yourself. Practice staying regulated when someone disappoints you. Practice allowing people to get close to you and get to know you, because other people can become your mirrors and your windows. So mirrors show you what is still healing. Maybe someone crosses a boundary and you realize that you still struggle to speak up. Maybe someone loves you well and you realize that receiving still feels uncomfortable. Or maybe someone's behavior triggers an old wound and suddenly you see a pattern that you didn't know was still there. And then there are windows. So windows are people who show you what is possible. These are relationships where communication is safe. Friendships where reciprocity is just the norm. People who respect your boundaries without making you feel guilty for having them. People who let you experience a completely different way of relating. And that is how healing becomes embodied. You learn something internally, and then life gives you the opportunities to practice it externally. So no, you don't have to rush back into relationships before you're ready, but don't confuse isolation with healing. At some point, the work has to leave the journal and it has to enter your relationships, because the goal isn't just to get to know yourself better. It's to learn how to be yourself in the world around you. Follow along for more tips and tools on your starting over, inner peace, or rebuilding journey.